I left my wife today after 5 years together. She never respected my boundaries and always put her family first. After letting them walk all over me for years, I finally had enough. I packed my bags, told her it was over right in front of her brother, and walked out for good. Now she's begging me. I 38M left my wife, Kelly 38F, today. After 5 years together, 4 of them married, I finally reached my breaking point. For the past 2 years, I've been battling an issue that has completely drained me: her absolute lack of boundaries when it comes to her family. I get it. Some families are super close-knit. That's fine. But what isn't fine is when that closeness comes at the expense of your partner's sanity and comfort. Kelly never seemed to understand or even care how her family's behavior affected our marriage. I tried, believe me. I tried to communicate. I tried to set boundaries. But no matter how much I explained, begged, or even argued with her, she just didn't take me seriously. If you've ever had in-laws who don't respect boundaries, you know exactly what I mean. Her family was the textbook definition of intrusive. They ate my food without asking, showed up uninvited, inserted themselves into our personal decisions, and overall made my home a place that should have been my sanctuary feel like some chaotic, revolving door community center. But things got even worse about 9 months ago. Kelly's parents' marriage imploded in the most dramatic way possible. Turns out, her dad had been cheating on her mom for years, 15 years, to be exact. He had a whole other woman he had been living with, and now that he was ready to start fresh, he decided to kick everyone out of the house. This was a real emergency, and I wasn't heartless. So, despite my reservations, I agreed to let them stay with us temporarily. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I took in 4 people, and from day one, it was a complete nightmare. They had no respect for me, my space, or my basic need for privacy. They had full access to the hallway bathroom, yet they constantly used our private master bathroom instead. My sister-in-law had the audacity to take naps in our bed. I came home late one night to find her asleep in my bed, and we had to wake her up so she could leave. Who does that? They treated my home like a free Airbnb, coming and going as they pleased. Even after they moved out, they raided my food, ate my snacks, and lounged on my expensive recliner chair like it was theirs. I had a small orchard, and they picked it completely empty. They never asked, they just took. I confronted Kelly about it multiple times, but every time, she either made excuses or acted like I was being unreasonable. Their family, she'd say, they're going through a hard time. She just didn't get it. Things reached a boiling point 3 months in. I had enough. I lost my temper in front of her family, told them all exactly how I felt, and stormed out. That night, I slept in a hotel because I just couldn't stand being in my own house. But even after they finally moved out, the problem didn't stop. They still acted like they had an open invitation to her home. And worst of all, Kelly allowed it. I kept warning her that I was getting fed up, that I needed her to support me and respect my boundaries. But she saw my frustration as an attack on her family instead of a plea for help. Today was the day everything finally fell apart. I came home from work, exhausted, just wanting to relax. But the moment I pulled into my street, I immediately saw his car, her brother's. And of course, he didn't even have the basic decency to park properly. He had parked his car right in the middle of the entrance, completely blocking my way. The only way I could have gotten in was by driving over my own lawn. I was already irritated, but then I stepped inside the house. There he was laying on my couch with his shoes on like he owned the place. And to top it all off, he gave me the smug, untouchable smile, like he knew I couldn't do anything about it. That was it. I was done. I didn't say a word to him. I walked straight to our bedroom, grabbed a suitcase, and started packing. Kelly heard me rustling around and came running in, panicked. "What are you doing? Let's talk," she pleaded. I ignored her. I stuffed as much of my belongings into the suitcase as I could, my hands shaking from pure frustration. Her brother was still in the living room when I walked out with my bags. Kelly was crying, trying to stop me. "Please, let's talk about this in private," she begged. I turned to her and, right in front of her brother, I said, "There's nothing left to talk about. I'm done. I'm ending this marriage." Her face went pale. Her brother just sat there, speechless for once in his life. I walked out. I got in my car, drove off, and haven't looked back. The moment I left, Kelly started calling me over and over. I finally picked up once, just to make my stance clear. "Kelly, my decision is final. I despise you right now, and I will never be able to sleep next to you again." She broke down crying. She sounded genuinely shaken, but at this point, I have no empathy left. I gave her so many chances to fix this. She chose her family over me every single time. Now, I'm sitting here alone, Processing everything. I know this won't be easy. I still have to sort out the divorce, move my things, and deal with whatever fallout comes next. But for the first time in a long time, I feel a sense of relief. But I can't help but wonder, was I an asshole for ending things so abruptly and saying it in front of her brother? Should I have waited until we were alone to tell her? My personal opinion on this: your soon-to-be ex seriously needs therapy. Her parents' relationship was a complete mess. Staying legally married for nearly 2 decades while her father secretly built a life with someone else is beyond dysfunctional. More than likely, he just wanted to dodge alimony and child support, but the damage that kind of environment caused is obvious in the way she handles relationships now. She's overcompensating for what her parents never gave her: a stable, secure family unit. In her mind, the only way to create that is by giving everything to her family, no matter the cost, even if that cost is you. That's why she reacts so strongly when you push back to her. Questioning her choices isn't just about boundaries, it's a direct threat to the family she's desperately trying to hold together. She's so busy keeping them comfortable that she doesn't even realize she's burning you out in the process. The saddest part? She's repeating the same cycle as her father, prioritizing what she wants at the expense of her partner without even realizing it. She's too focused on fixing her past to see the damage she's doing in the present. You deserve better.